I've had this idea in my head for a while. I had the random inspiration to do it today. I was about to clean my face for the night, but I figured why not fuck up my face before I do that? For some backstory, I've always been into like Korean style makeup. Can't help it. I'm a bit of a dweeb. I think it's fun. I think it looks pretty. I feel like the cute look kind of works for me well. I feel like Western style makeup looks tend to make me look more mature in a way that I don't think suits my personality. So I've always like, ooh, phone is falling. So I've always like followed creators, people with, I guess it's like Western style faces, and they don't have Asian facial features, but they're still trying to do Korean makeup style aegyosal. Although I guess it's also done in other cultures as well. I know Japanese makeup also has like an aegyosal type of thing, but it's called something different. I feel like one of the distinguishing things though is whether or not you can make your eye bags looks good. Especially like with this Western style face. As you can all see, I'm a white girl. I have a white girl face. I already have a lot more lines and wrinkles around my eyes than I think the typical Korean beauty face is made for. Trying to like emphasize my under eye bags, it can go sour really fast. Start just adding wrinkles to your wrinkles. You can very quickly just look like a grandma. Look like an old lady. So I feel like it's this kind of funny thing where it's like for all the people who are like Korean beauty influencers but who are not Korean or not Asian of any kind, it's like if you can figure out how to do your aegyosal properly, you have a future in this business. People want to hear what you have to say. People like me, I want to know how you did that and I want you to explain it to me. I can copy you. But it's not easy. It is a very valuable skill and I want to be one of those people. And I've been practicing. I wasn't sure for the longest time. I was like, is this even worth it? Even like look good on me? But I think it can. Sometimes I've done it and I'm like, this looks cute. Actually like stop yapping, put on my base makeup. Where the fuck is my concealer at? Just kind of getting into the practice of doing my makeup regularly again. I can't guarantee anything, but I feel like I've been making a lot of progress because I've been trying to go about it very scientifically. Actually think about it rather than just kind of doing whatever. Practicing a lot, including this aegyosal look. I want to master it. I want to be one of you who gets it. Some people do really get it. I have been on a spree of like following a lot of people with the same eye structure, more hooded eyes, deeper set under eye bags. As you can tell, they're quite deep. Right now I'm just putting on a color corrector, which I don't even know if it really helps that much under my concealer. I've just been trying anything to help these suckers, which I know that this is just part of my face. It's not like a sleepiness thing. Oh my god, it's just gonna keep slowly falling. Fuck, I thought these like sticky things for your phone were supposed to be like really sticky. What the fuck? So I went in with, I think it's literally the Ulta Beauty Collection color corrector. This is the Maybelline corrector thingy. Kind of have to do your under eyes because if you're going to be adding shadows onto your eyes, you want to have a neutral base. It's all kind of connected down there. I'm not really as worried about the rest of my makeup because this is what I've literally been doing in my more scientific-y makeup practice is just like random times I feel the urge. I'll just sit down and do one part of my makeup. Not the whole thing. I'll just try something. I'll do like a certain shape of eyeliner or I'll do my brows a certain way that I don't normally do. Just to test it out. I do feel like it's been like speeding up my learning process because you don't have to wait for like a whole day of makeup. I think that helps a little bit. Obviously there's still like just physical shadows on my face. I'm also gonna put some on my upper eyelids. The aegyosal doesn't really look right if you're doing it just by itself. It's an accent to complement everything else. Give me a second. Give me! You have to trust the process with it, okay? Next, I'm gonna grab one of the mini eyeshadow palettes that I have concocted. These are loose Morphe eyeshadows that I put into smaller ones. Whenever I see a big palette with a bunch of shades, I get very overwhelmed. So many colors and I get decision fatigue and all the colors start looking the same to me. So I just took them out and put them into random little palettes. This is a Philly Millie palette that I got with the brush. I don't even have them stuck in there. One is broken. I need to like put some sticky tack on it. I've just been letting them sit. I'm actually not going to use that one yet. I'm going to use this one, which is another Philly Millie palette. This yellowy shade, which is kind of my skin tone, but maybe a little more yellow. Put it all over my eye. And then on the aegyosal area, so I do the typical squinty thing. Another thing that's fucked up is my under eye bags are uneven. This eye I've noticed way lower. So I like look down, you can see they look pretty similar, like the physical eye bag, but when I'm smiling, this one's way bigger. It's very weird. But same thing, just go in with this color. You kind of want like a base light color to get started with. Get it away from just like that plain concealer color. Boop. And then you're going to want to go in with a strong color for the actual aegyosal. I'm going to be using this one, this brown color, this kind of contoury shade. It could be maybe a little lighter, but it's what I got because you can go really soft with your aegyosal. It'll still work, but like what I've been learning about makeup in general is that like if you want your makeup to look, oh my god, my phone. Is this funny? Is this a funny bit? I don't know. But like I was saying, if you want your makeup to look like the people who are doing their makeup online, you gotta be putting on a lot more makeup than you might think. Whenever I'm doing my makeup, I'm always thinking like, how does it look when I'm this close? But no one is seeing your face like that. And if you look at most people's faces like that, it's gonna look insane. I have to think about the big picture. Just trust me, sometimes you have to do more than you think. Okay, so don't be scared. You can start small, especially if you look at some K-pop idols, their aegyosal, it's like a straight up line. It's a line on their face. That's not how eye bags work, but it looks good. Not really natural looking. It's a glam natural, you know, it's not like a no makeup look, that's for sure. All of that out of the way, I'm going to take a little pointed brush. You want to take something teeny tiny. You could even take like a little eyebrow brush, a little angle thingy. I've been used to using this one. And I'm gonna dip it into this light brown contoury shade. And what I'm gonna start on this side because it's easier because it's not the gigantic one. Smile. And you don't want to go too low. I would recommend starting higher than you think. You can see this line here. You don't want to start down here. You can make it end up looking like you have a big old wrinkle. Instead, go a little higher. If it looks too high, you can bring it down. But if you go too low, you might have to start over, okay? Literally, poke it into your eye bag. Poke, poke, poke. And kind of drag it through. It's gonna look whack because I don't know if this is really made with our faces in mind, but god damn it, we try anyways. You can kind of already see, even when I'm not smiling, there's definitely something there. And I've gone back and forth of whether or not I like it to go all the way in. In my opinion, it can kind of make it look old lady-ish. When you see some like K-pop stars, their aegyosal is just this outer part, which I think is kind of nice. But some of them, they go like full circle. I can't really do straight line. That's just not how my eyes are shaped. My eyes are pretty round. The best thing is just kind of play it safe. But I think you can definitely see it. You can at least see that it looks kind of dirty under my eye, right? But that's like the first step. So you're just kind of creating this shadow. And if you look up close, it's gonna look like there's a dark brown line under your eye. It's supposed to look like that, I think. And you can kind of continue to blend it so it doesn't look as harsh eyeliner under your eye, but it's gonna look like that. It's already there, but then when I don't smile, it's still there. Next, I'm gonna take a highlighting shade, bright ass white shade. I'm gonna go pretty heavy-handed everywhere above where you put the brown. And what I find to be really important, kind of opens your eye up, this part right here at the very inner corner, making it so the wrinkle doesn't go all the way up into your lower lash line. It doesn't completely form a full circle under your eye. And I feel like you can already, the difference when I'm not smiling, when I'm smiling, it's already there. When I'm not smiling, you can kind of see it. I do think it looks kind of cute. I feel like it really makes my eyes like pop out, like they're 3D, especially when you look from the side, really kind of just like, and you can keep looking with it, but this is like my baseline level of aegyosal at the moment. Maybe this isn't like my finished final product, but I do think it looks kind of nice. Trying to do the other eye, of course it's kind of whack for me because my under eye bags are lopsided. I have to do this kind of fucky thing with my face muscle where I have to like pull my eye bags up. It's kind of hard to do, so it doesn't, that like lopsidedness. Sometimes it's helpful to actually like look at your face like this. You can see where it actually hits. That's really important because I have like this more facial structure. You don't want to go too far down because then you'll have a shadow down here, and then when you look up like this, there'll be a physical line there, and it looks crazy. I don't want to make it perfectly match up with that line so that it matches your physical eye shape. Look up and squint and press. And kind of just look up and follow that line. And the highlight is so important. In there, yeah, you can kind of see it. See when I smile, it looks a little weird. The actual like line of my under eye is way down here, but the aegyosal I drew is up there. But like, I feel like the more important part is like when I look up, this line is not a bunch of shadow underneath it. I would rather this be kind of down here, but it looked normal when I'm like looking up. I'm working with what I got. I just want to borrow from y'all's cute, youthful glow. I'm so sorry. But I'm learning to adapt it to my own face. So if you look up close, it might look crazy, but when you back up, I feel like it just kind of makes your eyes like, maybe I'll experiment with it more. I would really love to try one of those like automatic aegyosal pins. There's that one from Duzone. It's a lot more intense. Creates like a much more strict line, whereas this one I'm kind of like fucking around with it myself. I could fuck with this forever. I feel like this is really unlocking like the painter in me. I feel like it really makes my eyes look like 3D. This look really isn't complete until you do your eyelashes. So I'm gonna just curl my eyelashes real quick and not even gonna do anything else on my eyes because I don't care. I like to do one eye at a time. I'm always worried that my lashes are gonna fall. This is the Clio Kill Lash in, I think, Sharp Curl. This one is so good because I feel like it barely gets any actual mascara onto the wand. Normally I have to kind of scrape stuff off, not clump together my eyelashes a lot. But this one, I do not have that problem. Once I do the top layer, I do the bottom. I like to use as little as possible. And I try to only get the tips of my eyelashes and just kind of color them so you can actually see them. Like so. Oh my god, my phone is fully sideways. It really does like complete the aegyosal look is having some lower lashes on top of it. It needs it. Something about it. I've been really learning my eyelash curling technique. I used to like, I don't know where I learned that, but I found that I've honestly had better success just holding it. Try to start from the bottom, the very roots of my eyelashes. Get it in there to hold the curl first. Yeah, very, very natural lash, which is what I tend to go for most days. It's honestly just because I'm really bad at putting on like falsies. I tried to use clusters. Strip lashes really do not work well with me. My eyes are very curved. They don't sit easily on both ends of my eye. I feel like cluster lashes could be easier. I would be able to place it specifically to each part of my eye. But I found that it's more difficult than I was first expecting. Usually I'm just going side by side. Try and darken up. There we go. What do we think? That was the Maybelline Lifter Glaze in Caramel Glow. And fuck it, let me complete my brows real quick. The Unleasha eyebrow pencil, it's so tiny. You can see it. I'm not good at doing my eyebrows yet, okay? This is another thing I'm learning. I prefer a more natural brow anyways. Like, I don't like there to be a whole lot of product on it. If I put on too much shit in my eyebrows, they just look kind of muddy. I like it when eyebrows are sort of see-through. I'm not sure exactly what I mean by that, but I'm like trying to figure it out. I only really add anything to the end. That's it, baby! I'm not even wearing any base products. Woo! Oh my god, my phone! We're almost done, baby, come on! Pushing my hair out. It isn't anything nice. I just like blow dried it. You can kind of see the aegyosal. A little bit maybe. Makes your eyes just like pop out a little bit more. I feel like it adds a very like youthful kind of look to it, which I do really like. I want to keep fucking with it, keep seeing if I can do it better, but this is like my basic aegyosal kind of routine now. A substitute in whatever like eyeshadow shades I might be using on a typical day, like using something more pinky. This is kind of the look. I think it looks pretty cute when I take to the side when I smile. It's already there when I smile, but now it's there, even when I don't. Okay, this is fun. I hope this was at all like useful, informational, or just relatable to people who have the same struggle as I do. There are some people who they've got it down, and I don't feel like I'm one of them yet, but I want to believe. Let's work together. If this looks whack, please let me know. Tell me your secrets or any tips you have found, and maybe we can all figure this out together. Okay, bye!